Live from the Caterpillar Global Communications Center at Bradley University, this is BUTV News.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to BUTV News. I'm Mikey Gatewood.
And I'm Scarlett Bender. Let's take a look at the news.
Last Thursday, the Department of Communication hosted its 10th annual Symposium on Sports Communication in honor of Charlie Steiner, voice of the Los Angeles Dodgers and a graduate of Bradley University from 1971. Steiner started out his career here in Peoria at WIRL Radio while still a student, moving on after graduation to other markets like Davenport, Iowa, and Cleveland, Ohio, until eventually landing in New York City. He went on to anchor SportsCenter on ESPN before returning to his radio roots with the LA Dodgers. This year's symposium featured panel discussions on streaming services, sports branding, analytics, and a lively discussion on how name, image, and likeness, or NIL, and the transfer portal has affected college sports. Matt Norlander, senior writer and analyst for CBS Sports, hypothesized that NIL has created a make-or-break situation for smaller schools and sports programs.
Is this just going to be, the typical American greed and push to, no, the sports that are actually making the money, those are the ones people are interested in, they're going to survive, and the other ones that aren't, they're going to die.
Amazing is called Changing Fields, how sports discrimination
Inviting professionals from across the industry to discuss today's hot topics. If you missed last week's seminars, you can watch them on YouTube under the Bradley CFA's channel.
Many of our Harper and Main Street viewers woke up to a surprise this past week. Serving as a placeholder, the art on Harper Hall comes from the collaboration between Bradley and artist alumna Olivia Malone. From the class of 2013, Malone is a graphic design graduate and a creative director and was selected from a large submission of more than 40 Bradley students and alumni. The large-scale public art installation will be titled A Place to Imagine and serves to connect the campus with the Greater 309. The collaboration also brings together Big Picture Peoria and the Greater Peoria Leadership Council through the council's grant program. As President Shadid shares, the 30 by 48-foot art praises Lydia Moss Bradley and P-Town, as well as welcoming visitors with student creativity and connection. A celebration for the art installation will be held on Thursday, April 30th, and everyone's welcome. Alongside this, the university will host an exhibition for all the Harper Hall art designs submitted. The aptly called Pride in Place event will showcase the competition participants at Huser Art Center, starting on Friday, May 1st. The exhibition will feature representatives from Big Picture Peoria and the Leadership Council, and also Olivia Malone to discuss her art. We remind and encourage our viewers to share any footage taken during the celebration. Reach out to com.bradley.edu/BUTV News to submit videos.
Bradley University's Turner School for Entrepreneurship and Innovation will host the finals of the 2026 Big Idea Competition. Join the Innovation Expo at the Hayden Clark Alumni Center, Prep Pavilion. Exciting news for participants, the annual event welcomes students from all majors to pitch their ideas for a chance to earn a small investment of $12,000 in green cash. Overall, a great opportunity and network and mentorship. Some of the ideas you'll see include customizable fishing boats, privacy settings for medicine-related images, and even real-time analytics on transits. Coming up on Tuesday, April 28th, students have enough time to prepare and dig deeper into fascinating projects.
And in most recent news, Bradley shares good news in the form of a generous federal donation. A small $1 million fund has been gifted to complete the Zaleski Drop Tower in order to provide a research and educational laboratory built for various experiments. Located at the Beck, the space will be purposely used to install advanced equipment.
Like Justin, we're saying bye-bye-bye to the cold and hello to Casey Hendricks' weather report.
And unlike Justin, you don't need YouTube Premium to stay tuned to our entertainment news.
Emma, did you hear?
Todd's in the hospital.
Who's Todd? He got a collapsed lung from vaping. He thought it was cool.
Not cool.
Promise you won't vape, Emma. It can lead to a lifelong addiction, and we can't be friends if your lungs collapse.
Bogus.
Wacky sitcom teens aren't the best people to talk to your kid about vaping.
Hey, you got a minute?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
We come from a long line of farmers, and There's a sense of pride with being part of these multi-generational businesses, but there's also a significant amount of pressure. My senior year of high school, my dad made the decision that this world no longer needed him in it. I don't know if he was overwhelmed by the bills and checks that weren't going to be coming in because of the strawberries dying off, but it breaks my heart that my dad made a permanent decision for a temporary issue. Don't feel like you have to go through it alone.
Farmers have to take care of their physical and their mental health, because what's a farm without a farmer?
In the mornings, that's my time. Watching the sun come up, I can have a cup of coffee and exercise if I want to. It helps me start the day with a sense of gratitude.
Yay!
Every day is a new opportunity. Don't forget to check in on yourself. Love, your mind.
We said we'd never give in to a meltdown.
Mariella.
Never leave the house looking, well, and never let them out of our sight. Cars get hot fast, and kids can be at risk. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock.
It finally feels like summer outside, guys. Like, I don't have to brace myself for the cold when I step out of my classrooms. It's great.
I know.
All you need this week is maybe an umbrella.
Probably. Man, I love it and hate it at the same time because it's super humid, and I do not like the feeling of that humid feeling.
Fair enough.
So.
Well, welcome back, Braves, to your wonderful Wednesday weather report. We had the potential for some storms last night, and today that really materialized. Just some light rain this morning. Let's start with the radar and see what's in store for us in the next few days. It's been fairly quiet most of the day, as you can see, but we do have a line of storms approaching from the west that will bring us some severe storms to the Peoria area. These storms will arrive in the area later this evening, so make sure you're indoors by then. The system is not very wide. It's moving pretty quickly, so the rain won't last long, so don't worry. Take a look at the current temperatures. We are currently sitting in the mid-70s throughout the state, which is a little above average for this time of year. It's also very humid, as Micah has stated, which helps make those energetic spring storms come to appear. After the storms move through tonight, it will drop into the low 60s overnight, looking ahead at the next 5 days. After the storm moves through, we're looking at mostly dry weather throughout the area in our forecast. Tomorrow will be similar to today with a high of mid-70s. Friday will be above normal with the temps peaking at mid-80s. For Saturday and the Bradley SAE car show, the high temperatures will dive back into 55 degrees, which is more normal for mid-April in central Illinois. We'll stay cool for the rest of the weekend with temperatures creeping back up into the 70s by this early week. So now, let's get into it for some entertainment time. Okay, so I have an update for all of my music lovers. As some of you may know, the music festival season has already begun, and it is also Coachella time. So first up is Coachella. It took place April 10th through the 12th with headlines like Sabrina Carpenter and Justin Bieber. It will continue on April 17th through the 19th. So if you weren't able to go the first time because tickets were through the roof, and I mean all the way to the moon, you still have a little bit of time to sell your kidneys and get tickets for next week. All right, and don't think I forgot about my hip-hop fans. As Summer Smash lineup just dropped on Monday, and let me say, the first day lineup is the best days of all the days, in my opinion. Headliners consist of Lil Uzi Vert, Chief Keef, Playboi Carti, Lil Baby, and more. There will be over 50 plus more artists in 3 stages, so go check out the lineup to see if you see your favorite artists. The festival takes place from June 20th to the 22nd in the Bridgeview, Illinois. I can't wait to get my tickets and hope to see you there. Now, look, I do not want to start any drama, but I did hear the box office is going crazy over this new movie. The drama starring Zendaya and Robert Pattinson has everyone's brain is a puzzle trying to figure out what's going on. It's about a couple who the week of their wedding finds out some unexpected news, and it changes everything. Many fans don't know what to expect with this movie and said to be a romance but a psychological horror film. I just saw the movie myself, and I think it's pretty fun, but it definitely is a mind twister. So if you're looking forward to something to think hard about or something fun, definitely check out the drama.
So I actually watched the drama last week, and I agree it's unexpected for sure. I think it was a good watch, but maybe not a rewatch for me.
Yeah, it's definitely something that you're like, oh my gosh, and you're like, okay, never turn on that again.
I didn't see it, but I did see the Justin Bieber performance at Coachella. It was really great to see young Justin and old Justin now. It's really cool to go back and listen to.
And I know
songs.
a lot of people didn't understand, but it's because he stole the rights to all his new old music. So they were like, why is he like on the laptop, like cutting everything on? And it's like he doesn't have the rights anymore, guys. So listen to his new music.
For sure. BUTV News takes to the field once more to talk about Peoria's housing issue with Jackson.
After, we bring a segment exploring a local restaurant that's worth 5 kabooms.
Be right there. Wait. Use the shovel and bucket of water, remember? Drown, stir, drown, feel. Then make sure it's cool.
Where'd you learn that?
SmokeyBear.com. Brushed up on some tips before we left. Don't want to start a wildfire, right?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
A group of Bradley students are working to bring awareness to Peoria's unhoused community through a new public relations campaign. Jackson Sheltiel is live with a closer look at what JEM agency is doing and how students can get involved.
Thanks, guys. This initiative is focused both on awareness and action. Working with the Dream Center Peoria and Lit on Fire books to connect students with volunteer opportunities. Joining me tonight is a member of the Capstone Group. Mila Barr is here to talk to us more. Welcome to the show, and thank you for joining us, Mila.
Thank you so much for having me on.
First question, could you tell us a little bit about what your campaign is all about?
Yeah, so our campaign is about connecting Bradley students with volunteer opportunities in the local community. We're trying to get Bradley students out of that Bradley bubble and connected with helping unhoused people in the local Peoria area.
And then can you tell us a little bit about what both of your organizations, Dream Center Peoria and Lit on Fire Books, have done to help you guys out on this?
Sure thing. So our first group that we're working with, Lit on Fire Books, is actually right down the street from here. That has really helped us ground the campaign a lot. The owner, Jessica, was unhoused for quite a long period of time, and she's really helped guide our rhetoric and really keep us on track. The other organization we work with, Dream Center Peoria, is actually the largest shelter in Peoria, and it has really helped us connect Bradley students with a lot of really good opportunities.
And then why was it important for your group to focus on the unhoused community?
Yeah, so this was something that our group really had a personal interest in. A lot of us have had friends and family members who have been unhoused. I personally, most of my close friends have been unhoused or had unstable housing at one point or another. And so that was just something really personally important to me.
And then how are you working with Bradley students to help them with volunteer opportunities?
Yeah, so through a lot of our stuff, we have flyers around campus, we have Instagram posts, there's a QR code you can scan, and that'll connect Bradley students to the volunteer coordinator at Dream Center Peoria, and she can connect students with opportunities that are suited specifically to them.
I know you talked a little bit about Instagram, but what other platforms are you using to spread this message to Bradley students?
Sure thing. So we do some tabling in the Student Center. We also have flyers in pretty much every single building on campus, including most of the dorms.
So I know it's April now, you started working on this project in January. How has it been working with your group members, working with the organizations this far in the semester?
Honestly, it's been kind of a lot. 3 months is a pretty short turnaround time for a public relations campaign, but I feel pretty confident in the work that me and my group have output, as well as both of the organizations that we've worked with.
And then you have a discussion panel coming up tomorrow. What can students expect from that panel?
Sure thing. So we're actually bringing in 3 people from Dream Center Peoria who work there. 2 of them have been unhoused, and they will be talking about some of their experiences with that. It's an opportunity for Bradley students to connect with them, to learn more, to kind of combat some of the stigma around being unhoused. It's tomorrow night at 6:30 p.m. in GCC 126. That's the really big room if you've ever been in Com 101.
And then last question, really quickly, what can students do to get involved with this campaign?
Absolutely. You can go follow us on Instagram at Shared Streets, Shared Humanity. You can also scan any of the QR codes around campus to express interest in volunteering and get connected with Dream Center Peoria.
Well, unfortunately, that is all the time we have. Reporting from the Beck with photographer Ty Gray, Jackson Sheltiel, BUTV News.
Thank you, Jackson. There are many interesting food spots around campus. It sure would be nice to explore. So at BUTV News, we bring you a review to a local restaurant with international flavor. This to continue a segment exploring Bradley's cuisine. Our talent, Avishii Pant, brings us this special look.
Good evening, Braves, and welcome to Bradley's Best, where we go around the area exploring different restaurants recommended by you. This week, we are at Curly Shawarma. Wondering why this spot? We not only found great reviews like these online, but also found that this place not only serves your normal shawarma, but also adds twists to your fries.
With that, the name has a twist as well. We talked to the owner to know more.
It's a funny / silly reason. Majority of our family are curly-haired.
He talks about why he decided to open it here.
You know, it's next to Bradley. It'll be good traffic. It's on the corner of Western and Main. And it's just, you know, bringing flavor down the street, you know.
He mentions the secret behind keeping the customers loyal to the restaurant and why the restaurant is famous among them.
And obviously the food, you know, if it's good, they'll come back as well. But it's about caring for the customer, putting him first, taking care of him, and then, you know, going about their day.
We asked what makes Curly Shawarma more special.
Food we make is, you know, catered to everyone. It's made with authenticity, love, care, and just good overall tasting ingredients. Everyone's welcome.
When asked about it, the customers agreed with the owner.
It's better than a lot of the fast food that's close by. It tastes great and they're really kind here, so yeah.
Stay tuned to Bradley's Best.
For BUTV News, this is Yael on the camera and Avishii Pant.
Braves, who better from today's show to dissect sports than Dr. Harvey Newcomb?
Don't skip today's appointment because Dr. H brings us more on men's and women's athletics.
Hate is loud. It gets clicks. It gets attention. Hate, however, is actually quite small. But love is the majority, filling up something far more important than any feed. Love fills our hearts, our lives, our every day with understanding, empathy, and compassion, leaving hate to become what it truly is, a whisper.
some people judge a book by its cover, and if you're not what people are looking for, you're kind of like a reject.
School, it feels like everyone's staring at me and I'm just kind of not really a person.
It just feels hard today. Nobody was listening to me.
And I'll try to understand me more, and I'll try to do the same.
Listening is a form of love. Find ways to support your kids at sounditouttogether.org.
Substance use disorder and addiction is so isolating. And so, as a Black woman in recovery, hope must be loud. It grows louder when you ask for help and you're vulnerable. It is the thread that lets you know that no matter what happens, you will be okay.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to BUTV Sports. I'm Harvey Newcomb. Another busy week for Bradley Athletics, so let's get right into it. Baseball was away to take on Valparaiso in a 3-game series this past weekend. After dropping the first game, games 2 and 3 saw competitive showings on both sides, with Bradley managing close victories in both to win the series 2-1. In Game 2, 2 home runs from Jackson Schumacher made the ultimate difference in a 9-6 win. Game 3 had a bit more drama, with the Braves taking a 3-0 lead early before Valparaiso went up 6-3 after 3 innings. 7 runs total from Bradley in innings 5 and 6 was countered by a 4-run 7th inning from Valpo to tie it 10-all. In the top of the 9th, Bradley's A.J. Garcia blasted a solo home run to break that tie, and the Braves held on to win 11-10. After winning 1 game but losing 2 in their 3-game series against Murray State, softball took on Northern Illinois in a 2-game series doubleheader. In Game 1 of that series saw a barn burner take place. An Emily Oregon home run kicked off an 8-run second inning for Bradley that would be capped off by an Ashley Breeding grand slam. In the 7th inning, Breeding would hit an inside the park 3-run homer. A dominant showing from her helped Bradley win 14-8. They would, however, fall in the following game 21-4 to split the 2-game series. Track and field with a short trip to Champaign for the University of Illinois Illini Deca Jam. In the men's 1500, Christian Harris and Michael Schmalz came in 2nd and 3rd respectively for the Braves, both finishing at 3 minutes 51 seconds, while in the women's 400, Ava Rush was the runner-up, finishing in 57 seconds. Tennis played in 3 matches this past week, and they opened the weekend by squeaking by against Drake 4-3 before sweeping Northern Iowa 7-0. However, their real challenge was against nationally ranked Illinois on Tuesday, in which they were swept 4-0. Bradley faces Illinois State at home on the 19th to wrap up their regular season before the conference championships on the 24th. Men's golf capped their regular season, finishing 4th in Arkansas State Spring Invitational. Carter Stevenson, the highest finishing Brave, in 16th, shooting just 2 over par. The Braves take part in their conference championships starting on Sunday, the 26th. Women's golf placed just 14th out of 16 in a crowded field of teams at Purdue University's Boilermaker Classic to wrap up their regular season. They will, however, compete in conference championships on Sunday the 19th, in which they are favored to take home the conference title. More action in the transfer portal for men's and women's basketball. On the men's side, Matthew Zobrist enters the transfer portal, but the program announced 4 transfer commits, those being Noah Williams, Georgie Gurganov, Trayvon Payton, and Kyle Grill. Women's basketball saw Maya Foz, Micah Cooper, and Caitlin Washington also enter the portal, and no transfer commits have yet been announced on the women's side. However, a post was made just an hour before this show that all of the players on the current roster who are not graduating or transferring will be returning for next season. That'll do it for sports for this week, but stay tuned to hear about some upcoming events on campus.
Might not see it coming. It's prediabetes,
and it captures 1 in 3 adults. You may not even know you have it, but you can escape. Take the 1-minute pre-diabetes risk test to know where you stand. With early diagnosis, you can change the outcome and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. Be your own hero on smartphones everywhere at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed.
We said we'd never break the 3-second rule. Never do that. And never become a minivan mom.
Hey, Chris.
As parents, we say never a lot, but never happens. So when you say you'd never leave your child in a hot car, know it can happen. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock.
Ready? Let's take a look at some upcoming events. Perhaps you missed today's taper cuts, but you can still catch up with Alpha Phi Alpha tomorrow at 5. The fraternity are hosting a Know Your Rights workshop for students to engage with the academic contract. For more info, visit the fraternity's socials. Friday Night Fun takes a turn for the Wicked. That's right. Follow Ari and Cynthia to the Marty Center for a screening of John M. Chu's Wicked, hosted by ACBU. Get your bev and snacks prior to 7 so you don't miss the lore. For more fun with Grande and Erivo, the duo returns this Saturday for Wicked sequel. The film comes wrecking home with a bigger cast and an epic conclusion. Everyone is welcome. If before the film your afternoon is free, then maybe you'd fancy yourself an evening of competitive games. With the all sports of prizes ready, Party Game Club invites you to a WEGB, Where Is Everyone Going? bingo game. Check them out at room 205 in the Global Communications Center.
Casey, are you going to be at that bingo game on Friday?
I may. I love me a good game of bingo.
Yeah, I might pop my head in there. I might pop my head in bingo too. I want to win some prizes.
They're always great at giving out the prizes for it, but unfortunately I'll be working. You guys will have to tell me how it goes.
I might go to Wicked instead.
Yes, I'm excited. I love playing bingo with like elderly people. They like have like the little sticks. They're so cute.
Well, that's it for BUTV News this week. I'm Scarlett Bender.
I'm Casey Hendricks.
I'm Harvey Newcomb.
And I'm Micah Gatewood. We leave you tonight with a performance from the Royalists. Have a great night.